today. Hope you're all having a great day. Let me know how your day is going in the comments below. So following on from last week's video with the back to school theme, where last week I did the stationery haul, this week I thought I would show you sort of 4 quick easy hairstyles to do when you're in a rush to get to school in the morning, and also some are great for if you just haven't had time to really do anything with your hair and just kind of shove it up and get it out of the way as well. And I really hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so the first hairstyle that I'm going to do is one that I often use, and there's sort of 2 alternative forms of this one that you can do, so I'll show you both ways that I do it. And it's sort of a plait that comes around here, and then you tie the rest of your hair up so the plait goes into it. So I'm going to start, you just take the very front bit of your hair, right by your parting. I have my parting over to the side, and I feel like this works best for this hairstyle. And what you do is you separate it out into 3 pieces like a normal plait, and you start a normal plait. I always start from behind and then do the front piece, and then go from behind again, and then on this time when you go over the front, you pick up another piece of hair from the front of your hairline, and then go over again, and then just normally, without picking up any other hair, go over the back again, and then when it comes to the front, pick up another piece of hair, and from the back, don't pick up any hair, and you keep going until you reach about your ear. So once you reach about here and you've basically picked up all the hair from the front of your hairline, I usually leave a little bit because I like a little bit to hang over your ear at the end. Then you just carry it on as a normal plait without picking up any extra hair. Then once you reach more or less the end, you can leave a little bit, depending on the length of your hair will determine how much you leave. Then I'm just going to take a small hairband or hair bubble, whatever you call it, one of these little sort of thin ones, and just tie it around the end. Okay, so once you've done that, this is where the 2 different forms comes in. So the first option is basically where you take half of your hair, so all the hair around here, and from here and around this side, and then add the plait into it and just tie half your hair up like this. And have the plait going into it, as you can see, this way. And then what you do is remove this little hair bubble and let the plait just blend into the rest of the hair, and do the bit that's from the hair bubble here onwards. Or I'm just going to leave that as it is for now because I want to show you the other option, which would be, instead of just tying half your hair up, you can tie the whole thing up instead. So this way you just have a normal ponytail, but instead of just having your everyday kind of usual ponytail, you also have this plait going into it, which I quite like. I've probably worn this in a video before, I think, maybe, if you look back. And then this is what I was saying before, if you do the half up as well, you can do this. Just remove the little hair bubble from the plait, and then the hair just blends into it, and then you still get this effect that the plait kind of goes into the ponytail, which I quite like. The next hairstyle that I'm going to show you is sort of like my version of a French plait. And so I always start it by taking quite a bit of hair because I don't like it to start right from the front of my hairline. I prefer more sort of a loose French plait to one that's really tight and pulled back. So again, just start by dividing it into 3 equal sections, and just start a plait normally by just crossing over one side and then crossing over the other. So as you can see, you sort of, with starting like this, you get this little sort of quiff bit at the front instead of just an instant plait. Now this time when you're going to cross over, you take a bit of hair from the front, add it to the piece of the plait and cross it over the middle. And then do the same from the other side, and again then just cross it over the middle. And you're going to keep doing this until you've basically used up all your hair. And you want to try and use up all your hair by the time you reach the bottom of your head here, just before your neck starts. It's up to you how tight or loose you want to do this, but as I was saying, I quite like it when I have it loose, so I take quite big chunks of hair and add them at a time. If you want a more tight effect, then take smaller pieces of hair each time you add hair to the strands of the plait. Or braid if you're American, I believe is what you call it. Okay, so now I've reached the top of my neck and the bottom of where my head is. Then you just take the 3 strands and carry it on as a normal plait. And for me, especially when I'm doing it on myself as well, I prefer doing this rather than just going straight down the back. I prefer bringing it round to the side. And not only do I prefer doing that because it's easier to do when you're doing it on yourself, but also I just don't like the look when my hair's all scraped back and you completely can't see it kind of thing. So I prefer, when I plait it now just as a normal plait, I like to start off just doing it down the back, and when I get about halfway down it, I bring it round to the side and I just finish it off over here. And then this kind of just pulls it over to the side anyway, so then it sort of stays over your shoulder. You can pull it either way. I usually go to the left for some reason, even though I'm right-handed. I don't know whether that's weird or not, but yeah, so you keep going until you get it to where you want it to finish. Then to secure it, I'm just going to use one of these little hairbands again, which I used before, as I find that at the end of the plait, if you use a thicker hairband, it often looks quite bulky and it's not really needed to hold it there. Although if you've got really thick hair, then it might be better with a thicker hairband. And then I just like to pull some bits from the front, so I kind of like this messy French plait look, rather than really sleek and pulled back. So it's up to you whether you want to pull out bits though, or whether you'd rather leave it all pulled in. So yeah, that's the finished look for that one, for look number 2. Next look again sort of has 2 alternative forms to it. I'd say that the first sort of form I'm going to show you is slightly easier, and also probably quicker. So if you're in a big rush, then I'll definitely go for this option. So I'm going to start by actually dividing my hair down the middle. And to do that, I'm going to use a comb because it's a lot easier to divide equally than just trying to do it with your fingers. I always get a problem though when I do this side always puffs up a lot more because I always have my hair over that way. But it can easily be sorted and pulled down. Okay, so for the first option, you start by just taking some hair on this side of your head and you're just going to basically twist it round. It's as simple as that. It's really straightforward and easy to do. You just keep twisting until you get all the way down to the end of your hair. And then once you've done that, you're just going to take it round the back of your head and using some grips or bobby pins, I believe some people call them, these little black clips like this, and you're just going to insert 2 of them at the back of your head, one pointing downwards and then one crossing over it going upwards so that they cross over, and that way it stays there quite securely. And then you're just going to repeat it on the other side. And there you go, you have it, that's the finished hairstyle. So that one's really quick and really simple to do, but I think it looks quite effective and quite nice. And it's great for going back to school because it gets the front of your hair out your face and it's really quick and easy to do in the morning. The other option would be to, instead of twisting your hair, would be to actually plait it instead. So I'll just show you what that one looks like now. So for this one, you start again from the front, although I would say take a thicker piece of hair for this one because the more hair you have when plaiting, I find looks more effective. So you're just going to now do a standard 3-piece plait going from the front of your head. It's really quite straightforward to do again. I'd say the only harder part with this one is starting it off can be a little bit tricky, but once you get going, you just keep going down doing a normal plait right down to the end of your hair. Okay, so once you get to about here, then you just, again like we did before with the twisted hair, you just take it back around here and then again secure with 2 grips or bobby pins. And then once you've done that side, just repeat again on the other side. And there you go, there you have another really quick, easy hairstyle to do. So my fourth and final hairstyle that I'll be showing you today is sort of classic one that you've probably seen quite a few tutorials on before, but it's like my version of it, and that is the messy bun. Now this one's great for every sort of day where you've not had time to wash your hair, or it's just not a good hair day and you just shove it up out the way. It also keeps it out your face for the whole school day. Also great on days when it's really hot, and I often find, I don't know, I can concentrate better when my hair's just up out my face, out the way when I'm at school. So this is a really great way to just keep it all up there. So I'm going to start by just taking a standard hair bubble, and the way I tie my hair up, it's kind of a weird way of tying a bun. Now I just sort of scrape it up, already creating the messy look. I don't use a brush to put it up because I like to keep sort of that messy look throughout without making this bit look really sleek and then the bun really messy, or you might prefer to have a tighter look here and then a really messy bun. I'm going to put the hair tie slightly further away from my head so that I can go like this to create a little bit of volume in my hair. And the way I tie this, I put the hair bubble over half my hair like this, and then with the next one I scoop the rest of the hair round and bring it through as well. So you end up with, it creates a different shape each time, but you end up with something looking like this, which is the basis of your messy bun. Then to sort of shape it and change how you want it, you just need to move it around, get it in a position that you like it, and just sort of play around with it for a little bit. Some people may also prefer to back comb your hair first for an extra sort of messy look. But for me, I know that's quite bad for your hair, so I try not to do that unless it's really not working out, then I might use back combing as well. And so just keep moving it around till you get it kind of how you want it and where you want it, just pulling bits of hair around. And then you're going to secure it again with bobby pins or hair grips, whichever you prefer to call it. And just sort of secure it down until you get it into a shape that you're happy with, basically. There we go. And then once you sort of pinned it down into a shape that you want, I just like to kind of loosen it up, pull bits of hair out, adding to the messy kind of bird nest kind of look, I guess you could call it. And yeah, then just keep pulling bits and reshaping until you get it sort of how you like it, what you're happy with. And yeah, there you go, that's pretty much it. It's quite straightforward and barely takes any time, but it can look quite effective. Again, like the French plait, I like to pull down some bits of my hair from the front. It really adds to that kind of messy look. And there you go, that is basically my version of the messy bun. So those are the 4 different hairstyles which I thought you might find useful for your everyday going to school kind of life. If you'd like to see any sort of more hairstyle type videos, please let me know in the comments below. Also make sure to smash that thumbs up so I know you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe so you can watch my weekly videos which are uploaded every Sunday at 4 PM UK time, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!